Good morning, good morning, good morning. Thank you, Pamela Bottoms, for the prelude. It's beautiful. And welcome, welcome, welcome. Good morning, everybody. Good to see you all here this morning. Delighted to be here with you all and to see you here this morning. Welcome to the Center of Peace and our Sunday morning celebration. Welcome to all who are joining us online, and welcome to all who are live and in person. My name is Twana Malone. I'm the senior minister here at the Center of Peace, and my pronouns are she, her, and they. And this morning, we do have a wonderful service in store. We have our licensed professional practitioners assisting us in our service this morning. Leading us this morning in our practice of meditation is Helen Moore. Leading us this morning in the ringing of the chakra bowl, giving us all an opportunity to bring our attention and awareness into this moment and to be present in the presence itself, is Cynthia Banks. Leading us this morning in our treatment, our affirmative prayer, is Zulma Gonzalez. Leading us this morning in our selected and sacred readings is Barbara Jones. Holding consciousness for us this morning in quiet repose and knowing the truth about our time together and it unfolding in the most wonderful and magnificent way is both Deborah Ford and Jerry Walker. You'll see them both with their eyes closed. It is because they are in prayer. Our music today is being sung forth through Ava King. We do have a special guest speaker here today, Reverend Dr. Ian, and you'll hear more about him a little later. Greeting all who walk into our sacred space this morning. I believe it's Pamela Bottoms doing double duty, and Keenan, triple Keenan Taylor's over there as well. We have Al Vern and Nicole on the ones, twos, and threes, holding things down on the technological side of life. So with that, I think that we are all set. As Helen comes forward, let us all take a collective deep breath right here together. And relax.
Good morning, Center of Peace. I am Helen Moore. My pronouns are she and her. And today I have a mindfulness meditation for us so that we can take some time to slow down, be aware of ourselves and our surroundings. So I invite you to just sit comfortably in your chair. If you're comfortable, close your eyes, or possibly find a spot to focus on. Bring your attention to your body. Take a deep breath and release. Notice your body wherever you're seated. Feel the weight of your body on the chair, your feet on the floor. And take a few deep breaths here. As you take a breath, remember you're bringing in more oxygen to enliven your body. And as you exhale, just have a sense of relaxing deeply, letting go. Notice your feet on the floor and the sensation of your feet touching the floor. What's the weight, the pressure? Do you feel a vibration? Do you feel the temperature of the room? Notice your legs against the chair. How does it feel? Is it heavy or is it light? Allow your awareness to move up your back. Do you feel your back against the chair? Just be aware of it. Notice how your clothes feel against your body. Now bring your awareness to your stomach. If it feels tense, let it relax. Let go. Take a breath. Take another breath, just relaxing everything. Notice your hands and your arms. There's some tightness there. Just relax your muscles. Let go. Notice your shoulders. Are they up? Let them relax down. Just let go of any tension you may feel anywhere. Bring your awareness on up to your neck and your throat, releasing any tension. And breathe deeply. Notice your jaw. Is it tight? Move it, relax it, releasing tension. Let your face and all your facial muscles relax. Notice your whole body sitting in a chair, nicely relaxed. Take a deep breath. Now I invite you to bring your awareness to your ears. What do you hear? Listen to the music. Allow it to quietly ease your life. Just sit here in the silence, paying attention to your breath as you breathe in and out. Just be present with your body in this room. As you sit here peacefully, breathing calmly, just allow the calm and peace of this room, of your room, to wrap around you and support you. And now I invite you to begin slowly, 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 coming back to being a part of this room, part of the room that you are sitting in, to be present to this moment. Wiggle your fingers and your toes. And when you are ready, open your eyes. And so it is.
What a joy it is to recognize, to recognize, to know over and over and over again the one magnificent power, the one divine presence, that one. Everything, everywhere, always. Recognizing God, recognizing spirit, recognizing life. That one in which I live, that one in which I move, that one in which I have my being, that one with which I am one. And because I can speak these words for myself, I can speak them for everyone. As only one. Same source, same spiritual DNA. And as I speak these words for myself and for everyone here, I speak these words for the center of peace. Everywhere where we are heard, where we are felt, everywhere that we let our light shine. In truth, knowing that this service is in fact complete. It is whole. It is perfect from the door to the door. Everywhere, the service is perfect. Looking forward to each and everything that's coming. Grateful for everything that's already been. Knowing that it is all good, it is all God, and it can be no other way. In gratitude, then, I place these words into that law that always says yes, evoluting right along. And with that, then, I ask that you anchor with me by saying, and so it is.
Thank you, Zuma, for leading us in our treatment, our affirmative prayer. That was wonderful. And thank you, Helen, for leading us in our meditation this morning, our practice. So what I'd like to do now is to invite you all to turn your attention to our vision and our mission to the right of me. There is also in the back of your chairs our vision and mission written out. So if you all would please join me as we read it aloud and out loud together as a realized experience in our lifetime. Let us read it and mean it when we read it. Our vision: a loving and peaceful world where all of humanity is honored as the divinity within is experienced. And our mission: the center of peace is a loving, inclusive, and vibrant community that utilizes and demonstrates spiritual principles and practices to cultivate powerful individuals who together create peace throughout the world. And so it is. And now let me invite you all to please stand and join us as we prepare to sing our congregational song. You can find the lyrics to the song in the back of your chairs if you're not familiar with our congregational song, so that you can sing along with us if you'd like. Can somebody give our guests a copy of it? Our congregational song was written by Bayless Webb, our retired practitioner. I think with that, we're all set.
I'm one with the Spirit, the Holy Spirit, and it dwells inside of me. This perfect Spirit, pure loving Spirit, rests in everything I see. God walks beside me, protects and guides me. It's ever with me where'er I go. I trust its power, God's healing power. Its love surrounds me, and this I know. I live in spirit, I breathe in spirit. It lives within me, and so I am a spirit, I think a spirit. Its life is my life, I know. God's life is my life, I know. God's life is my life, I know.
Well, let us not miss out on this perfect opportunity as we allow our eyes to glance around the room as we welcome each other this morning into our sacred space, saying good morning to all. Yes, good morning, good morning, good morning. Yeah. All right, you may be seated. Here at the Center of Peace, we are an open and affirming community. All are welcome here at the Center of Peace. And if this is your first time here, with us on a Sunday morning, celebrating love and celebrating life. We'd love to be able to take this opportunity to welcome you into our sacred sanctuary this morning. If you are moved and would stand, please do. If there's anybody here for the first time. No? All right. Well, let us welcome each other this morning as we extend our arms and allow love to flow through as we turn to one another and say, welcome to the center of peace. I still know who you really and truly are. You still are a unique and divine expression of love itself. You still are a unique and divine expression of love itself. Perfect in every way. Perfect in every way. I'm glad you're here. I'm glad you're here. Welcome to the center of peace. Welcome to the center of peace. Yes. Yes. All right, it's time for our announcements as our board president comes forward, Marie Amy Taylor, to lead us in our announcements this morning. I believe I do have a couple of announcements. All right, so the first announcement I'm to make is I want to take this opportunity to thank everybody who participated in the education survey. It was, that was, lots of you participated. I think almost 44 people. Yeah, that's a really, really good showing for our community. And so I am here to let you all know who the prize winners are. So if you completed the educational survey, as you know, there was the opportunity to win the raffle. There is third place, drum roll please. Third place winning $25 is Mike Newell. Yeah, I don't see Mike here, but we'll let Mike know that he is our third place winner. And second place, winning the $50 raffle prize for completing the educational survey is Liz Johnson. Yeah. $50. I should say that the winners were selected randomly. I did not select them by computer. We don't need no problems up in here. And our first place winner, drum roll please. Winning $100 is Mark Denigan. So we will have the checks ready to deliver to you all next Sunday. But thank you. Yeah, good for it. Okay. The next announcement is that we have one lovely congregant who unfortunately cannot be at the Ricky Byers concert. However, they purchased a ticket and is offering the ticket free to someone who would like to come to the Ricky Byers concert and maybe hadn't purchased a ticket or would like to win the free ticket and share it with somebody. So next week, we're gonna have tickets, raffle tickets. When you come in, if it's something you'd like to participate in, you're going to take a ticket. We'll keep the other ticket, and at the end of service, next Sunday, I'll pick a ticket for the winner of the Ricky Byers free concert ticket. Okay? All right. And I don't see it on here, but I think I have one more announcement to make. So June 28th, our weekend celebration, there will be no service here on June 28th, that morning. Everything is happening at the gala. So I want to make sure everybody who joins us online that you all are aware and know we will not be having a Sunday morning service June 28th. Now, on June 21st, we will be having a special service. I like to call it our Quaker-like, Quaker-inspired service. We've done this 3 years now, and it's a wonderful experience. we will be accompanying us, or accompanying me and putting the experience together, is the group Angel Egg. I think some of you might know them. They are, we'll be doing the music piece of it, so we'll move into music and silence. We'll move back into more music and silence. There'll be opportunities for you to share as you go deep, and wisdom flows through if you're so moved. It is a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful experience. And I want to be sure to invite you all out to join us and to invite you to put it on your calendar. And I'm complete.
Thank you. Good morning, everyone. I am Marie Amy Taylor, President of the Board, and my pronouns are, that's another experience, isn't it? My pronouns are she, her, and we, because it takes a village. Donna, could you come up and share with us about Family Forward?
Good morning, everyone. Right faces. So this is the month of June, and throughout June, Social Justice Care Circle is working with Families Forward to assist in restocking their move-out closet with new household items for families who will be leaving the shelter and moving to permanent or temporary housing. Now, this is posted in our newsletter. Get involved, get inspired. Oh, stay inspired. Excuse me. Stay inspired. Be inspired. And in this announcement, there is a QR code which takes you directly to the Amazon website and the list that Families Forward is requesting. We are doing this actually throughout the year, but every quarter we will announce this and ask you to participate. For as little as $10, you can buy 3 bottles of Method bathroom spray or whatever, and for $250, you can gift someone with a mattress. So please go on site, and you're not just limited to the month of June, but throughout the entire year, but we are emphasizing it this month of June, and look for the notice in the newsletter. Thank you.
Thank you, Donna. Judith, would you please come up and share about the 25th anniversary?
Good morning, good morning. So I have good news, not so good news, and more news. So the good news is only 3 more weeks until our fabulous extravaganza. It is going to be the party of the decade. You do not want to miss it. The not so good news is no more Ricky Byers tickets. Your only hope is if you get that free ticket that Rev is raffling off next Sunday. Other than that, I am so sorry. You are out of luck. So we are sold out. But on a happy note, Ricky will have a full house to greet her and really enjoy her music. So the other news is that the big event will be Sunday, June 28th, our 25th anniversary gala, and June 14th will be the final date for you to pay all of your custom installment amounts. Everything must be paid by that date, and no more tickets will be sold after June 14th. Again, we will be in the back with the QR code to assist you. You can finish paying your custom amounts, or you can buy a new ticket if you have not already purchased one. So in addition to that, also you can check the newsletter, get involved, stay inspired, and use the QR code to purchase a ticket if you don't get it today. The tickets are $150 for adults and $75 for children under 16. And again, all sales must be complete by June 14th. We are also pleased to announce that both the 25th anniversary t-shirt in purple and silver, as well as the Reverend Sheila t-shirt and hat will be available. Go deeper. Reverend Sheila's signature. Isn't that awesome? Those are going to be available for sale soon. The t-shirt is 30 and the hat is 20. And the anniversary t-shirt will also be 30. So with that, I am complete, and I will see you in the back and get the rest of your money. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Judith. All right, I hear Helen.
Good morning again. So in July, Susan Saunders and I are teaching the class Living the Serenity Prayer. And if you don't know what the Serenity Prayer is, I'm sure you've heard it. God, grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, courage to change the things I can, and wisdom to know the difference. This class is based on this book, 25 Words That Changed My Life, or That Can Change Your Life, by Barb Rogers. And each week, it's a 6-week class. Each week, we take a part of the prayer and focus on it. And anyone who registers is going to get a card because we're going to focus on this daily. Ask you to contemplate it daily. So the class is on Mondays from 6:30 to 8:30, from July 6th to August 10th. And the last day to register is June 22nd, so that's in 2 weeks. So I can send you your cards. What else I need to tell you? Investment is $120. And we hope that this class would inspire you to understand peace and calm, to be able to deal with the circumstances of your life in a very peaceful, calm way. Thank you. I hope to see you there.
Thank you, Helen. The TCP board is in appreciation and gratitude for those who have contributed financially for our Sunday parking. We are grateful. Thank you for helping to ensure that parking is available to us all each Sunday. Beverages must have a lid on them. Please be mindful not to leave things behind. You can receive our Get Involved, Stay Inspired newsletter by scanning the QR code behind your seats. Please check out our website for more information at thecenterofpeace.org. Like us, follow us, and subscribe on all of our social media platforms. Practitioners are available after service for prayer. Written prayer requests can be placed in the prayer box located on the table at the front door. Wednesday meditations are on Teams from 8 until 9 p.m. Details can be found on our website and in our newsletter. Get involved, stay inspired. If you would like to announce a TCP-related activity next Sunday's service, please email operations by Friday at operations@thecenterofpeace.org. I'm complete.
Hey, everybody. What's up, Miss Sheila? How you doing? Okay, since you here, this is for you then. Right. I can only imagine what it would be like when I walk by your side. I can only imagine what all I will do is forever, forever worship you. I can only imagine, yeah. to be surrounded by your glory. What will my heart feel? Will I dance for your spirit? Or in all you be still? Will I stand in your presence? To my knees will I fall? Will I sing hallelujah? Would I be able to speak it up? I could only imagine. Yeah, I can only imagine. I can only imagine. When that day comes and I find myself standing in the sun, I can only imagine what all I will do when your face is before me. I can only imagine to be surrounded by your glory. What will my heart feel? Will I dance for your spirit? Or in all you be still? Will I stand in your presence? To my knees will I fall? Will I sing hallelujah? Would I be able to speak it up? I can only imagine. Yeah, I can only imagine to be surrounded by your glory. What will my heart feel? Will I dance? For your spirit, and all you be still. Will I sing hallelujah? Would I be able to speak it up? I could only imagine. Yeah, I can only imagine. Whew.
I can only imagine. I can only imagine the creative beings that we are. We imagine, and it is so. We can imagine. We, the united we, can imagine. Can you all join me by standing and affirming this affirmation that we can and do imagine? Join me by repeating after me. The more I surrender, the more clearly I recognize the love, wisdom, and truth already living within me. And so it is. You may be seated. Will my peace readers come forward, because today is the first Sunday of the month and it is Peace Sunday. Thank you to each one of you who've said yes to reading for us. Number one.
Peace is the nature of who and whose we are. Patricia Watson.
I want to learn every language so I can talk to everyone. From a young man named Xavier Hernandez via Kathleen Furin.
Oops. God is the presence of peace in our lives. Helen Moore, practitioner. Thank you.
Okay. Oh, yes, I am here. Thank you. Okay. Number 4. It's wonderful to be loving, joyful, and peaceful. People respond well to that. By Bellis Webb, Jr.
Peace, peace. Now you get to join me in just closing your eyes for one moment and pausing and using the gift of your creative energy to imagine peace throughout the world. Peace within is peace everywhere. Pause for this moment to imagine peace everywhere. And so it is. Our reading today was submitted by our licensed practitioner, Rita Naylor. And this original reading was inspired by New Thought teachings on surrender, trust, and the presence, and divine unfoldment, especially the writings and spiritual themes of Ernest Holmes, Michael Bernard Beckwith, and Eckhart Tolle. The reading is entitled, Returning to the Quiet Center. There is within each of us a quiet center where fear cannot live. Beneath the noise of the world, beneath the endless movement of thought, there remains a stillness untouched by circumstance. It is the place where spirit speaks softly and the soul remembers the way. We spend so much of life reaching outward, searching for certainty, reassurance, and control. Yet peace has never been something we had to chase. Peace is what remains when we finally become willing to stop struggling against the present moment. The heart does not heal through force. The soul does not awaken through pressure. There is a gentle rhythm to spiritual living, a sacred unfolding that cannot be rushed. Just as the flower opens in its appointed season, so too does wisdom emerge when we learn to trust the timing of life. Even now, something greater than our worry is at work. An unseen love moves quietly beneath every experience, arranging, guiding, restoring, and renewing. Though the mind may not always understand the path before us, the spirit within us still knows the way. We are invited then to loosen our grip on fear and return to the simplicity of this moment, to breathe, to listen, to trust that what is meant for us cannot be withheld, and what no longer serves us may be released with grace. In the silence, we rediscover our strength. In surrender, we rediscover our freedom. And in remembering our unity with the divine, we discover that we have never truly been alone. May we rest today in that quiet assurance, supported by love, guided by wisdom, and carried gently by the presence that is always with us. And so it is.
Hey, how y'all doing? Y'all up? Y'all up? All right. Standing here, not knowing how we'll get through this test, holding on to faith you know best. And nothing can catch you by surprise. You've got this figured out, and you're watching us now. And when it looks as if we can't win, you wrap us in your arms and stepped in. And everything we need you supply. You've got this figured out, and now we know that you made a way. When my back was against the wall, and it looked as if it was over, you made a way. And we're standing here only because you made a way. So now I'm here, looking back on where I come from. And because of you and nothing I've done to deserve the love and mercy you show, your grace was strong enough to pull me out, and you made a way. When our back were against the wall, and it looked as if it was over, you made a way. And I'm standing here only because you made a way. You made a way. When my back was against the wall and it looked as if it was over, you made a way. And I'm standing here only because you made a way. And I'm standing here only because you made a way.
Miss Ava? Can we give Ava another round of applause? Wow. Well, I am delighted to be standing here and honored to have the opportunity to welcome our guest speaker, Reverend Dr. Ian Taylor and his beautiful wife, Lori, this morning here at the Center of Peace. So when I called Reverend Ian to ask him if he would come and help us kick off our celebration month of 25 years, he promptly said, I'll come on one condition. I don't want you getting up there talking a whole lot about me. Now that's interesting because if you know Reverend Ian likes to talk, loves to talk. But he told me not to talk too much about him. So I'll keep it brief. Reverend Dr. Ian Taylor has given his heart to this movement, this New Thought movement, in so many ways. He has helped individuals start centers like this. He has had his own center and where he served as the senior minister. He has stepped into centers when they didn't have a senior minister and held space until they found senior minister. He is the practitioner's practitioner. I could go on and on and on, but since he asked me not to, let me just say this. Reverend Ian is our main man. Right? He's our ride or die. Okay? If you don't know what I'm talking about, he is our day one. He's been here with the Center of Peace since day one, praying for us, clapping for us, affirming for us in ways I can't even begin to imagine. So I'm delighted that he said yes, and he's here. And I want to invite you all to put your hands together as we welcome up, certainly Reverend Sheila's dear friend, our friend to the Center of Peace, and my dear friend now, Reverend Ian Taylor.
Namaste. And good morning. The Chinese had a saying, may you live in interesting times. And lately, I've been hearing people say that we are living in tumultuous times. I've heard such things said as, I don't feel safe in the world, and many such things. And sometimes some of the things that I hear sounds like some of us are feeling victimized. Victimized by life in the world today. So maybe today is a time that we need to remember an old saying by Dr. Ernest Holmes when he had his radio program. He would say, there is a power for good in the universe greater than you are, and you can use it. And so maybe that still is relevant today. If we are not feeling empowered, if we are not feeling the presence of personal power, personal spiritual power, maybe it's time to take a look at our relationship with divine power. Because would you believe, would you agree that it is divine power that you will express as your personal power? Yes. Right? As a human manifested personality, you don't have the power, but there's that within you. That which you say repeatedly resides at the center of your being, right? In the essence of who you are. So the power is there. The power is there. Now, let's look at what he says again. He says there is a power. Not was, not will be, is. So in each of your moments, that power is present. He says also, it's in the universe. That's his way of saying it's omnipresent. So, wherever you are operating, the power is available. And then he says, greater than you are, meaning greater than your manifested human self, greater than that, but still available to you. And maybe this is the key point. You can use it. So there is an infinite power, an infinite God power, an infinite divine power, however you would call it. There is a power. A power for good. There is not good. Not good is a belief. Not good would destroy it itself, yes? So there's good, infinite good, a power for good, omnipresent, greater than you are, and that's a good thing because in our manifested human personality-ness, we are not always clear, accurate, confident. We don't always keep the clarity and keep on course, right? But the power is still available to us, and we can use it. So the question is, how well are we using that power? Maybe a better question is this: is this power a lifestyle? A lifestyle. Are you, moment by moment, are we, moment by moment, conscious of our unity with this power, the availability of the power, our right to use the power? So maybe we get up in the morning and we turn on the news, Michael Beckwith said it's okay to do that. He says use it as a treatment request. Yes? So it's okay, we have his permission slip. So you get up and you turn on the news and you hear about 5 shootings overnight in Philadelphia and 10 shootings overnight in Atlanta and 50 in New York, and you shake and you shiver, right? There are enough things going on in the environment, yes, that can shake your human personality. What do we do in that moment? What's our ability to respond, the sharpness and the quickness of our response? Are we able to feel a momentary disturbance and then remember, use that momentary disturbance as a means, as a method, as a trigger to remember there is a power for good in the universe greater than me, and I can use it. All right? So now let's take a look at this power. Call it a power, call it a presence, call it a law, all of the things that you can call God. It's all together. It's not divided into chunks. You know, love over here and life over there and peace over there, okay? It's a unity. So when we talk about the power, we are also inferring all of the other attributes because they are not separated. They are all aspects of the one presence. Okay? Now, a power for good, so we just said exists, and we said wherever we are in existence. Now, Ernest Holmes, in the Science of Mind textbook, says this. We are living in a spiritual universe. He didn't say we are living in the world. Right? He says we are living in a spiritual universe governed by mental laws, and there is an action of consciousness as law upon substance forever producing form. Let's look at that again, because that is the science of mind and that is the creative process. But if we can see it, we are living in a spiritual universe. We can remember that we are spiritual beings in a spiritual universe. But we express ourselves mentally, right? So he says, governed by mental law. How you feel, how you think, how you believe, your attitudes, all of the activities of mind that you participate in, they determine your life in the spiritual, your life experiences in the spiritual universe. All of your thoughts. Did you ever hear saying, change your thinking, change your life? Right? Thoughts, right? Did you know thoughts and beliefs are the same thing? The thoughts become dominant and become a belief, right? You remember that circling foundations, right? On top, we have thoughts. Thoughts become dominant. They shift. In the middle, you have a belief. And what does that belief become, right? It molds your experiences. So we approach life mentally. And he says, as law. So there is an act of consciousness as law upon substance producing form. What that tells us is this. Yes, there's a power for good in the universe available to us, yes, so we can use that power. We are living in a spiritual universe, yes, governed by mental laws, yes. What does that make us? It makes us creators. Do you know that a victim is a creator? Yes. It's the direction of your creation. Yes. So if you are feeling victimized, you are creating using that feeling of victimization as your pattern, as your template. Yes. So one of the things that a person of personal power, personal spiritual power, cultivates is the ability to shift. The ability to shift. Try not to stay stuck in that which does not empower you, that which does not uplift you, that which does not support you. Try not to remain stuck in it. You're going to feel it. You're on earth. Earth is a place of experiencing. You will experience. But you have choice in your response to everything that you experience. And how do you respond? Were you told that you were diverse? Were you told that you were unique? Your way. You respond your way, but based on spiritual principles. We may all live life differently, but we all live in the same life governed by universal law. So, let us look at some other things Ernest Holmes says, all right? There was a time when we were not as aware of the power for good in the universe, and we were not as aware that we are creators. In other words, we can produce our conditions, we can produce our experiences, right? Through the use of the creative process. There was a time we begged and beseeched. Do you remember that? You never? Right? That was standard spirituality 101. Right? You beg, you beseech, you ask, right? Now, a person using the power, here's what Ernest Holmes says. There is always more. The limitless resources of spirit are at our command. The power of the infinite is at our disposal. You hear how much of it? Right? The limitless resources of spirit at your command. Not only Reverend Tawana's, at your command, right? Yes. But here's the trick. Here's the trick. We have as much to use as we know how to take. Take. Not ask, not beg, not beseech. Did you know you had rights as a spiritual person? You can take. All right? And we'll talk a little more about taking, right? So, here's what. It is a thing of an inward feeling. The taking is an inner activity. Holmes also said we must continue in faith until our whole material life, conscious and unconscious, responds. Your conscious mind and your subconscious mind. In other words, the way you are thinking and the way you're feeling must be aligned. They must be aligned for good, empowering creation. They must not be in conflict, right? So Holmes is reminding us here. And then he says, if we would pray and prosper, we must believe that Spirit is willing and able to make the gifts. But since the Spirit can only give us what we can take. Aha. Yes. You have the right to take. Only what we can take. And since the taking is a mental act, right? We must train our minds to believe and accept. This is the secret of the power of prayer. He gives us one more reminder. The Spirit, you see, repetition sometimes help with grounding, right? So he writes about taking in so many of his books, right? 365 Science of Mind, Pray and Prosper. Many of his books, he's reminding us from different perspectives because it's a key point. Because he's telling us in our practice, we aren't beseeching and we aren't begging. We are entitled, ever right. So we can take a different mindset. All right? So then he says, the Spirit can only give us what we take, and since taking is an act of consciousness, we must actively be aware of the presence of our desire. We must know that the gift is made even before we see it. Consciousness must receive the gift. What does that mean? Translating it into street, when you have a desire, it is divinely implanted. And what you're desiring, you can say is desiring you. But here's some key points. The moment you have a desire, you have the thing. You see, we are programmed to identify with matter, form, materialization, manifestation. And that is what we think as reality. And we have forgotten that we shape substance into form. We produce the matter. All right? There's something behind it that we call a pattern, right? Remember, foundations, right? Foundations. The belief becomes the mold. The law acts upon it and shape the substance. Yeah. So at the point of the desire, you are fulfilled. Have you noticed when a practitioner prays, at the end of towards the end, the practitioner says, it is done. But there's nothing there. Nothing material there. But the practitioner says, I am grateful, it is so. You accept on the inside before you see it on the outside. And that's what Holmes is saying here. We must be actively aware of the presence of our desire. You see, once you get into the inner aspect of life, what we may call the spiritual side of life also, there's no time and space governing you. There's only the here and now. Have you ever said God only operates in the here and now? You know, you've not said that? The here and now, yes. So again, at the moment of the desire, the thing is in existence. And if you can celebrate it at that point, if you can celebrate it, see, that's what Thanksgiving is. Thanksgiving is that attitude of celebration that you are immersed in and embraced by fulfillment, even though there is no manifest form as yet, because your acceptance, your celebration, that is what allowed the lawful process to move into form, into manifestation, into materialization. So one of the ways you use that power, all right, is to begin celebrating your desires at the point of the desire, before manifestation. Because if you cannot celebrate it at the point of the desire, you may not experience the manifestation. You see, the manifestation, while it seems that's what you want, that is only confirmation. The desire can give you inner fulfillment, inner satisfaction. You can feel a fulfillment inside of you. So these are some of the ways that we practice being power. So now that you understand these little ideas, could you see that not having does not truly exist? Because if you don't have, God doesn't have. if you're one with God. You say you don't have because you don't have the material form. So now we'll change that. You have a desire, you have a want, you have a need. At that point, you have. You have it on the inside of life. So not having does not exist. All right? Getting does not exist. You don't get. You express. You demonstrate. You are a creator. You are full and fulfilled as the living spirit that is source, substance, and supply that you are part of, all right? So you are perpetually in a state of fulfillment to be recognized, to be realized. So you're just moving things from within to the without. It's not coming from out there to you. You see, the traditional way is food comes from the grocery. No, it does not. That's where you experience the form. That's where you experience the form that your material self participates in. It comes from the divine substance when you mold it. Could you have that attitude towards everything in life? Just think about that. Everything in life. You are a creator. You feel the divine urge. You celebrate it. Right? You celebrate it. And knowing it is fulfilled. Right? And then you just sit back and you wait for the form to show up. La, 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 la. You know? Right? And when the form showed up, you say, see, I know. You know? So, I know. No big deal. All right? Yes. That's personal power. You're not being trampled by limited thoughts, false belief, erroneous concept, anything like that. Got it? Good ideas? Good stuff? All right. Now, let me share a little story about a little girl who understands personal power. A mother and daughter, and a mother and daughter went to visit a friend. So the friend, being a good host, told the little girl, just a jar of candy. Take some. And the little girl just stood there, didn't budge. The host repeated, take some candy. The little girl didn't move. So the host took some candy in her hands and gave it to the little girl, and the little girl gladly accepted it. So when the little girl and the mother were leaving, the mother said, surely you wanted the candy. Why didn't you take it from the bowl when you were asked to do so? And the little girl replied, the woman's hands were bigger than mine. Do you know who you are? That helps to use the power for good. Did anyone tell you that you are godlike? Or do you still say, I'm only mere human? I'm just human. I'm only human. No. You are godlike. You don't believe me? Would you believe Ernest Holmes? Of course you would. Of course you would. Here's what Holmes says. The only God you'll ever know is the God of your own inner being. You cannot know any other. This does not mean you are God. It means the only God you'll ever know is within you. And the only life you'll ever have is from within. God is not external. God is indwelling. He says that in Science of Mind. Then in Living in Science of Mind, he says, in the practice of spiritual mind healing, we start with the proposition, God is perfect. God is all there is. God includes you. Ernest Holmes says that. When you use the word God, you are including yourself. God includes you. You see, we are kind of weaning ourselves from the birth certificate named God. You know, the driver's license. What's your name? God. You know, and we're trying to understand a presence and a principle and a power and, you know, things of that nature. So God includes you. And then Ernest Holmes uses a word. And it's a word that I like. Spiritual you. And the reason why I like that word, it helps me understand there's a spiritual aspect of me, and then there's a manifested aspect of me. And they are unified. They are not separated. They are aligned, but different aspects, different functions. So he said, spiritual you is a divine being, a complete and perfect essence of God. In other words, can you expect that who you are is a divine being as complete and as perfect in essence? Yes, as is God. When in thought, in contemplation, in imagination, in inner feeling, we consciously must return to the source of our being. Does that make a good meditation, a good contemplation? To reinforce, to build, to strengthen the realization that you and God are identical in essence. Holmes says different in expression, identical in essence, in nature. Can you accept that's who you are? I mean, could you imagine, Laurie and I, we walk in the street, meet a friend, say, hi, friend, how you doing? Yeah. Oh, by the way, let me introduce you to the essence of God. Perfect in expression, right? Well, we may not verbalize it that way, but is that not how we are being trained to think of each other? Essence of God as me, embracing, celebrating, uniting, living, participating, playing with essence of God as you. That's it, yeah. That's who you are. Think of yourself, essence of God, right? He says a few more things. Right? He says, you are God as individualized being. A good way to think of yourself. And he gives the example of the ocean and the wave. You see? It's not ocean and wave. It's ocean as. And therefore it is God as you. God as you. So if we could build that into a lifestyle, but how do you build that in a lifestyle? Oh, well, that's why the center exists, right? To help you build that into a lifestyle. It's more than words, it becomes a practice. It's real and real to you. So, you ready for a new adventure? Yes. No more acceptance of victimization. No more needing the world to be a certain way. That's a tough one. How the world is does not determine how you are. Your acceptance that it does is what does it. All right? You have the power to good, the power for good. You don't have to fight against anything. You don't have to be enraged with anything. You just have to be you who you are. The presence of peace, the presence of love, the presence of light. And let your light emanate. Let your light radiate. Let your light go forth. Right? You don't have to change anyone. No. You do you, let everyone do them. Right? You know who they are. God individualized. Honoring, respecting, loving God individualized. Yes? Good. So these are some of the little things. So I've noticed here, in case you did not notice it, utilizing and demonstrate spiritual principles and practices to cultivate power, power is probably the thing that humanity craves the most. We want money because through money we get power. It's the power we want. Throughout history, we have always craved power. We may not have always expressed it in a loving way. We may have trampled, right? Colonizers, conquerors, etc. But it's power. So that's a divine urge within. Now you are trained, you are educated in the science that you apply power with integrity, with love, with wisdom, for the highest good of all. There is a power for good still in the universe, right where you are. And you can use it still. So use that power to make your life an experience of joy and fulfillment. Use it. And that's what you're learning here, how to think. And remember, when you have the desire, you have the thing. You're fulfilled. And now I charge you. Be who you already are. I'll give you one more story to help you understand personal power. Two people crashed in a plane. They were friends. They're on an island. One person, he's in ease, he's in joy. He's not concerned. You would believe he's in his backyard. He's relaxed. He was a practitioner. The other person was not. And the other person went and walked around the whole island and came back with bad news. He said, on this island, there are no food, no water, no nothing. We're going to die. The practitioner said, don't worry, we good. He said, what do you mean? There's no food. Don't you understand? There's no food. There's no water. There's nothing to survive. The practitioner said, yeah, don't worry. In a day or two, we'll be out of here. So this person just doesn't understand. He says, I don't understand your attitude. So the practitioner says, hey, look, man, I make $100,000 a week. You and I will be out of here 2 days tops. Relax. But the other friends still could not relax. He didn't understand. So the practitioner explained. He said, look, listen. I took the prosperity course at Centers of Peace. Every Sunday I tithe 10%. Reverend Tawana will find me. So now your charges, go forth. Go forth. You don't have to be spiritual, you already are. You don't have to find the power, it's already within you. Go forth and practice, become efficient, become effective. Be a powerful personal presence for yourself, your loved ones, and the world. And have fun doing it. Yes. Okay, dear ones, let's speak a word of truth. Let's know something together. Join me as we go within. So, I speak this word for me to know that the center of peace is embraced by, is immersed in the divine presence of love and light. There is one. One presence, one mind, one power, one life, one love, one. It's infinite, it's absolute, it's eternal. This one already is individualized as me. I am an individualization of this one that is infinite and absolute. And as I know this about myself, I know it to be so for each member of this beloved community, and as a community, as a unity, as a whole. This center is individualized God presence. And I know then that this center is full and fulfilled. For in the divine there is no lack. Lack does not exist. Therefore, this center already has every one of its needs, wants, and desires fulfilled. And this center is now expressing, all right, moving what is inside to the outside. So this center is expressing growth. This center is expressing invitation to others to come join. This center is expressing the divine abundance, materially and financially. Members of this center are expressing wholeness and perfection as personal health and well-being. Members of this center are expressing their indwelling love and light as harmonious relationships within the center, in their homes, in their families, in the world. Wherever members of this center are expressing, they are expressing the power for good. And they're using the power for good in a way that is uplifting to themselves and to humanity. Wherever limited thinking may exist, wherever false beliefs may exist, wherever erroneous attitudes may exist, anything that would seek to deny the divinity of anyone, wherever any such exists or seek to exist, I speak the word right now. All of it are uprooted, erased, and dissolved. Just as the light and the darkness cannot coexist, just as the power and the presence of the light dispels the darkness, that which is not true of the center of peace, that which is not uplifting the center of peace, that which is not embracing and announcing the center of peace as an individualized presence of God, does not exist, cannot exist. This center is a powerful presence in this city. And by means of this center, the individual members thrive, and the city thrive, and the world thrive, because humanity exists as a unity. And love touches all. And this center is a focal point of divine love. And so, this center continues to thrive and prosper. As this center moves into its 25th anniversary, it is 25 years of celebrating the realization of God as the all that there is. It's the realization of God as the indwelling essence of each one. It is a celebration of realization. It is a celebration of God's centeredness that this center already is. And for this realization, I am grateful. I feel it. I feel it. I celebrate it. And therefore, in this place of celebration, in this place of thanksgiving, I stand in the consciousness of conviction, knowing that the words that I speak are the words of power that demonstrates. I release my word to the law that functions and operates with mathematical precision, delivering in the exactness with which it is spoken, with which it is sent. Therefore, I stand in faith. I stand in conviction, knowing that the words that I speak, these words are law unto themselves, announcing that which is true and bringing it into the experience of each and every one. This is the truth and the reality of the center of peace. I release my word. It is done. It's done. It's in the law. It's complete. I say amen and amen. And so it is.
Where I am, God is. Where I stand, God is standing strong. Where I breathe, God is breathing life in and out and through me. As me, where I sing, God is. Where I dance, joy lifts my feet. Where I live, beauty's flowing free in and out and through me. As me.
And so it is, yes. Can you all please join me as we give our day one, our ride or die, our main man, our friend, another round of applause. What a wonderful way to start off our celebration month. We are eternally grateful for you and your love and all your support, and I mean it. Yes. Let us move forward then in our service this morning. It is time that it is the time that we come together to give and to share at the Center of Peace, otherwise known as tithes and offerings. As our practitioners come forward, our practitioner ushers come forward, I want to invite you all to please take out your gifts, your tithes, your offerings, and as we are doing so, we want to take this opportunity to acknowledge those who are online, who are giving online, and those who have already given online. Let us take it all into the storehouse as we take this opportunity to turn within, to be ever aware of a great power and presence that is never an absence, ever giving of itself, to itself, through itself, as you and as me. Knowing then that we can never outgive the giver, let us open up in this moment of joy and celebration of what is, the great power that is available to us. Let us in this moment then create joy and an open heart as we give to the Center of Peace, where I know surely that every cent that we receive, that it moves the Center of Peace out into our world with our light ever shining, affirming, proclaiming, declaring that there is a power for good in the universe, greater, 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 that is available to us now, and that we are using it for good. And this goodness I know to be good for us as individuals, good for our families, good for our community, good for our world. It is plenty to be grateful for. And so I know that just as the Center of Peace is blessed by every cent that we receive, I know that the giver too is blessed 1,000,000 times fold. It could be no other way. So for every cent we receive, I give thanks. Truly, I do give thanks. And so it is.
Thank you. 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 I promise in this moment to keep my heart wide open. With every breath I take, I'm grateful. I promise in this moment to keep my heart wide open. With every breath I take, I'm grateful. I promise in this moment to keep my heart wide open. With every breath I take, I'm grateful. I am grateful. I am grateful. I am grateful. I am grateful.
And so it is. And so it is. Yes, thank you. All right, we have done it again. We are at the end of our service. Let me invite you all to please stand and join us as the choir comes forward to lead us in our closing song, Our Release, by Ricky Byers. You can find the lyrics to the song in the back of your chairs if you are not familiar with our closing song, Our Release. And as the choir comes forward, I want to remind you that our practitioners are here, and if you are desiring prayer, you can find them with the purple stoles on. Easily able to identify them, they stand ready to join you in prayer, knowing the truth about you and for you. If you can't stay on the other side of the petition, we have a box. If you'd like to write out your prayer request, you can put your prayer request in the box, and our practitioners will receive your prayer, and we'll be praying for you all week long. This is a good time to remind you to call somebody and check on them, let them know that they matter and that they are loved. If there's anything from the service today that is staying with you, that you are taking with you, that you are chewing on, please share it with somebody else. And if your experience today has been so good, invite somebody to come and be with us. All right, I think with that, we're all set. Al?
There was a time in my life, I thought I had to do it myself. Didn't know the grace of God was sufficient. Didn't know the love of God was at hand. Ooh, now I can say, if you're discouraged, struggling just to make it through one more day, you have got to let it go, let it all go. And this is what you have to say, everybody. I release and I let go. I let the Spirit run my life, and my heart is open wide. Yes, I'm only here for God. No more struggle, no more strife. With my faith, I see the light. I am free. soul. Run my life. My heart is open wide. Only here for God. No more struggle, no more strife. With my faith, I see the light. I am free in the Spirit. Yes, I'm only in for God. I am free in the Spirit. Yes, I'm only in for God. Yes, I'm only in for God. Yes, I'm only here
And so, as we journey on throughout our week, let me remind you, spiritual you, think what you will, take what you will, desire what you will, because at the point of desire, it is done. And so it is. Wow.
What am I to do? What am I to feel? I am like a child, and you are with me still. What am I to do? What am I to feel? Oh, I am like a child,